All right, stand by the shoot, thank you. Cool. Okay, camera up.
Camera up.
Thank you very much, Pete.
Set.
Now, mate.
Set.
Yeah, I'm set. And action.
Shooting the final season has been tough for loads of different reasons, but the main reason I think it's kind of bittersweet. We all love shooting the show, but knowing that it's the last season, it's the last one, you know, it's the end of an era. It's the end of working with some amazing people that I've worked with for a very long time.
So this is the final season of Top Boy, and this is about the culmination of the story we've been playing out across 5 seasons, right from the beginning, from the Channel 4 days of Deshane and Sully and their friendship. They've been setting a course against each other, and this is a finale where the two of them are placed against each other. And I guess maybe not both of them are going to walk out of this estate alive.
So we're shooting a lot of our climactic scenes today. It's more of a cat and mouse chase around Samudra Estate, which is our hero estate, which is in the script known as Summer House. We have Deshane trying to get off the estate to safety.
Let's go!
We are filming on a live estate where there are about 300 residents.
Everyone's really welcoming, and a lot of people here are fans of the show, so they're quite proud to have us here. But we try not to take advantage and, do you know what I mean, show our gratitude by being as quiet as possible, as much as we can.
Of this season was very much to bring Top Boy back into its home, to Summer House, and its core characters. You know, the last 2 seasons we've been in Jamaica, Morocco, Spain, and I think as we came back to the finale, we wanted to bring it back to Summer House. So in the story we have Summer House as a melting pot, and it's just about to explode, and in the final episode of the show it explodes. We are recreating a number of riot scenes in this estate.
The riot scenes have been a challenge because when we were in pre-production, ideally we wanted to find an empty estate. It's really tricky to find an empty estate around London, and to be honest, outside of London as well. We've had to match estates, so we've shot predominantly on Samudra, we've shot in Clapham, and we shot in Peckham a little bit. So the estate that we've shot on in Clapham has been empty, so we were able to throw our Molotovs and scream at 5 o'clock in the morning and burn cars with very little disruption to the residents around the Clapham area.
It's mainly, you know, it's SFX heavy. So it's thinking about the different elements that you could use and then still trying to make it seem interesting. I mean, we had a car that we were able to, you know, a police car that we have to set on fire, so that was interesting from our point of view.
It's always a challenge, you know, when you're bringing in pyrotechnics, lots of extras, chasing, and this estate in particular is an inhabited estate. People live here, so, you know, we can do a couple of 2 or 3 nights filming, but you know, you don't want to be here for weeks and weeks on end at night, so we have to be quite diligent in how we approach this kind of shooting these sequences in you know, where people live.
Because obviously you can't have a quiet riot.
Top Boy shoots 100% on location, which is a challenge on a daily basis.
So like, holding for sound. The Samudra estate is an integral part of the look and feel of the show. So we've had to move to some, oh my god, wait, get your brakes checked. Obviously, the Samudra estate is integral to the feel and look of the show. And this season we have some incredibly ambitious setups, particularly in the final episodes.
The Bermuda estate is an estate that we've shot on since the first Netflix series.
It's a central location, it's where most of it happens, and the storyline we've got in this season is all about the estate itself and the community around it, so it's super important.
It's a very important place, so the fact of being able to come back and, if not tie everything up, but certainly, bring some storylines back together, it's been very good to do.
I think we do a really big consultation on this estate. There are 360 flats on this estate and they are all occupied. So our locations team have knocked on every single door on this estate. We let a drop, they know when we're going to be here. We tell them a lot about what the scenes will entail so they know what to expect. So to be honest, we have a really good experience shooting here.
Hi, Mom. I did have people to say goodbye to.
Top Boy has always been, from the very beginning, from the first season, has been a location-based show, and it's been really important shooting all over East London. It's a key part of Top Boy. I think last season during COVID, for the first time, we did a little bit of studio shooting, and strangely enough, we're shooting tonight in a flat here in Samuda, which is Deshane's mother's flat, which we featured in a number of different seasons. And last season, we built this flat as a studio location, and we shot all of the scenes in the flat in the studio. So it's kind of quite strange, coming back to it again, but it's the real flats.
You're taking somebody's house and you've got to try and put it back to what it was in the previous seasons. So that means we've had to get wallpapers, and the wallpapers that were in the set are vintage, so they don't exist anymore. So we needed to reprint the wallpapers and apply them, and change all the kitchen cabinets and repaint the place. So quite a lot was involved for something that's, not many people would even realise that.
I think the authenticity that shooting on location gives us is part of the DNA of the show. The show's DNA has always been about authenticity, whether it's about the people involved in making it, the casting, how we approach it, and I think location shooting is one of those ingredients that is key.
Yo, I want 20 keys. Yo, bro, that's way too fucking much, man. Well, in that case, good luck. Bro, wait.
This show has been pivotal and integral to pushing forward the genre, creating and helping to bring new talent into the light. That's what we've always been about. Like 70 to 80% of our cast have never acted before usually, you know what I'm saying? And then even behind the scenes, we have a lot of people that, are assisting and whatever, and having their first opportunities to be involved in being a part of the crew, whether that be wardrobe, makeup, camera assistants, whatever. So I feel like, for me, that's what's been one of the big things for, being a part of this show that has made me feel good about being a part of the show. And then more on screen, we are dedicated to talking about what's happening in real life. The backdrop is the drugs, the backdrop is the violence and the stuff that comes with the drugs or whatever, but actually essentially what you're looking at is what makes people that grow up in this environment tick, what motivates them to be the people that they are and do the things that they do. Sometimes the show gets quite political. A lot of the events, especially with the riot and stuff like that, are sparked by stuff that we're dealing with in life today. So I feel like, as well as being entertainment, it's also moving the game forward and creating discussions and dialogue.
It's the end of an era. It's emotional. It's about family. It's about friendship. And it's about the end.
Take a deep breath, because we go beyond the scale of what Top Boy has previously been able to achieve.
Yeah, it's definitely worth watching to the end.
We've had amazing success with the show, but we want to make this one the greatest one that there's been. Do you know what I mean? And that comes with a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on us to do better than the last one. So we're all kind of pushing ourselves, and sometimes that can be quite complicated.